creating wealth, freedom, and security using real estate investing. This is Get Real Wealthy. All right, you're watching Get Real Wealthy. Let's go. We're going to talk about rental unit renovations. We'll talk about repaint, replace, or reface. Let's go through it and talk about the reasoning. First of all, you want to maximize your renovation dollars as well as maximize the rents possible for a given property. We always want to have our property clean, safe, and secure. So if we're going to do that, we want our renovations to match it. And when somebody walks into a property, even before they walk into the property, as they get to their property, especially at night, if it's dark, if it's not well lit, people will not feel safe. You want them to feel safe as they're getting into the property. The other thing is that curb appeal makes a big difference. If it looks overgrown or if it looks like there's not a lot of care, garbage everywhere, that's going to affect somebody's perception of that property. So you want to make sure that that easy cleanup component is done and make sure that it looks good so that when a new tenant is coming into the unit that they would be excited by the area, excited by the building, that they feel like it's safe and that it's clean. There are a few different things that we like to do when we get into a new rental unit or we're turning over a rental unit. We want to make sure we use the same color paint. It is standard. We use a big 5-gallon pail, same paint everywhere. Do we ever have to touch up? Yes. Do we know what paint color it is? Yes, because we use the same paint. We want to keep the lighting standard. We have the same sort of lighting that we use on all of our properties. It just makes it a lot easier and it's easier to replace. There are things that we will do when we're turning over a unit. So for example, if we have tenants that are going out and the kitchen needs a little bit of an update, we may paint the cabinets. We don't always paint the cabinets, but sometimes we end up doing it. Other times we can see that the condition of the cabinet doors are poor, but the cabinets themselves are in great condition. So what we'll end up doing is refacing the cabinets. We'll change out the doors with new doors and the cabinets will look brand new. Most of the time when you're looking at cabinets, you're just looking at doors anyways. So it's an easy way to look like you have some brand new cabinets. Or if you've had those flat face doors, add something with bevels and a chrome finish handle. It makes it look a lot better. And then thirdly, what we might do is actually replace the cabinets altogether. And so it just depends on the condition of the property and the condition of the cabinets. We often will not put granite countertops in our cabinets. Now, we are starting to get pricing on composite type of countertops that will help us to be able to do that in our units and is very comparable to the typical countertops that you might see in a rental property. So it is very possible that we're going to be doing that because of the cost difference. But from a finish perspective, you're still going to be able to rent it out. The challenge, of course, is that the condition of that countertop over time doesn't hold up as well as if you have granite or other mineral material countertops. So if you're going to be renting out that building for a long period of time, and I would say over 5 years, then I would suggest you move to that composite type of material, especially if you can get the price down on it. When we're looking at bathrooms, we want to make sure that we have those low flow toilets in there. We want to make sure that we have low flow shower heads on the showers and then the faucets. We want to make sure that we do all that. When we look at a bathroom, sometimes we won't actually replace a tub, we'll reglaze a tub. So depending on the condition of the tile work, we can also reglaze tiles. That is, of course, it has to be cleaned, but reglazing it makes it look brand new and at a fraction of the cost. We often will do in the flooring of a unit, we will do vinyl tile flooring. It's a lot less expensive than carpet overall. It's easier to clean, easier to maintain. If it gets wet, we're able to dry it off, and oftentimes if we do have to replace a couple of tiles, it's easy to pull out the section of tile vinyl click tiles and replace them. as opposed to tile, which you have to deal with grout and mortar, and it's a lot more work. We definitely like the vinyl, luxury vinyl tile, and we do that in all our units. It's a great way to keep our units clean and really nice looking. If we have existing wood floors, we'll often sand them down and reglaze them. That's usually less expensive than putting in the laminate vinyl and look even better. And if you can put a few layers of the gloss over top of it, makes it like a bowling alley type of hardness finish. It looks really nice. I tend to stay away from hardwood. We don't put in hardwood. If we have hardwood already there, then we'll expose it. And we stay away from laminate altogether. Laminate flooring is just not good for water, not good for the number of times we have to do turnover units. Just doesn't work for us. The faucet fixtures, I like faucet fixtures that stand out, and you can get some great faucet fixtures for not a lot of money that look amazing, especially for kitchens and bathrooms. If you can make it stand out a little bit. I like to stick with the Moen faucets just because I'm kind of brand sensitive when it comes to that, and I found that they've been very reliable for me over the long term. But I mean, you need to find things that work well for you, and you want to create that list of items that you're going to continue to do over and over again in every rental unit, so that your rental unit renovations, whether you repaint, replace, or reface, whatever it is, you're consistent about it throughout all your rental units. Thank you for listening to this session here. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you go to getrealwealthy.com and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode. Have a great one.
Make sure to check out getrealwealthy.com.
Until next time, I'm Quentin D'Souza. Get out there and take action.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are provided for information purposes only and should not be construed as an offer to buy or sell any securities or to make or consider any investment or course of action. For more information, go to getrealwealthy.com.